When the daylight is falling dedicated to Henry Ford. In the year
Mr. Crowley, what went on in your head? Oh, Mr. Crowley, did you talk to the dead? Your lifestyle to me seems so tragic, with the thrill of it all. You fooled all the people with magic. Yeah, you waited on Satan's call. Mr. Charming, did you think you were pure? Mr. Alarming, in nocturnal rapport, uncovering things that were sacred, manifest on this earth, conceived in the eye of a secret, and they scattered the afterbirth. Mr. Crowley, won't you ride my white horse? Mr. Crowley, it's symbolic, of course, approaching a time that is classic. I hear maidens call, approaching a time that is drastic, standing with their backs to the wall. Yeah, was it polemically sent? I wanna know what you meant. I wanna know what you meant, yeah. Was it polemically sent? I wanna know what you meant. I wanna know what you meant.
That's right, bitches. We are flying solo in the trailer park tonight. And welcome. Let me turn down a little bit. I was cranked up a little high. There we go. Welcome to Saturday night. I know you turned in to see the Boomer, but you got me instead. So we got lots to talk about. It's been a while since I've seen y'all. How is your Saturday? Is it hot as hell where you are? Of course, that opening was a little tribute to Ozzy and all he's done for music. We said goodbye to Ozzy last week. So we think anyways, right? How many times has Ozzy retired? I don't know. I've been to many of Ozzy's retirement concerts, but if you're paying attention, it was pretty awesome. Lots of good stars. Anyways, let's get the chat brought up. I have a little issue launching tonight. So I don't think we are up on the X. Apparently our restream is only streaming 2 channels now. We're going to have to move everything over to the caster, but we'll get that taken care of. That's okay. Sorry if you missed us on X. You can find us on I'm not Rockfin. Fuck Rockfin. Rumble and both YouTubes, Beauty and the Boomer and Trailer Park Pundit. Of course, on Patreon, to all of our Patreons. We go over there. And we are on Substack tonight, The Land of Oz. Yeah, we gave the Boomer the weekend off. He needed it. It's been a long year for both of us. So how's my sound out there? How am I sounding? You're dying, Nat? Oh my gosh, I know. Working in the yard will kick your ass, man. Want to feel your age? Go work in the yard for just an hour or 2. You'll feel it. My garden's finally starting to grow. We're finally getting some heat up here in the Pacific Northwest, and the sunflowers are looking amazing. They're about maybe 4 feet tall. My tomatoes are all starting to pop. What else we got going on? Lettuce. I'm eating so much damn lettuce. My green beans are finally starting to grow. You hear me? Okay, good. I've got squash. I got zucchini. I've got all kinds of stuff going out there. Let me turn down. I was popping in the yellow a little bit. There we go. But we got so much to talk about. I haven't seen you guys since the Monday before last because I had immunotherapy. And then I took a little trip down to the land of Oz. That's right. I hung out with Linda and Oz and Joey and Cold Fusion for 4th of July. And yeah, we went to hell. We went to hell. There we are. There we are hanging out in hell. That's right. If you haven't heard, Mount Rainier in Washington State has been burping and rumbling a little bit. So there we are, checking out Mount Rainier. Look at how much weight I've gained. Oh my God. Between immunotherapy, my thyroid dying, and all of the fucking steroids that they have me on, holy shit. I mean, you don't realize it, right? I mean, you do realize it when you put your clothes on and they're tight, but when you see a picture of yourself, you go, oh my God. Like, as soon as I saw that picture, I was like, I'm done eating. I don't care if I have to starve. And I only really eat one meal a day, but, it's all the meds. All the meds are pumping into me, but I hate how cancer's making me look. Just whatever. I guess it's better to be fat and bald and alive than dead. So that's where we're at. So we're going to have a rockin' Saturday night in the trailer park, kind of a tribute to my 80s throwback tonight. I love the cover card. Did you guys see? Fuck Rockfin. Did you see the cover card? I love this cover card. This is a great cover card. I got the cats, the beat up freaking car. Yeah. My trailer looks like the one kind of more in the background color wise. But yeah, we're kicking it in the trailer park tonight. Lots of kitties in the trailer park. We got a new addition in the trailer park, little Dory. We went and picked her up from Oz and Joey, and she's the sweetest little thing. I got a couple of pictures further down in the deck for you. So yeah, we've added another cat to the trailer park. And it turns out that we have more possums than I thought. So we have a whole crew of possums too. Anyways, let's get this show started. It is Saturday night, so another wild Saturday night. Ooh, you got your cookies? I made cookies yesterday. I've got this recipe for chocolate chip cookies where you add like a tablespoon of cornstarch to them, and then you crank the heat up to like 410 degrees. And so they're really ooey gooey. Oh, I love them. I love them. I got to quit eating them. That's why I'm getting so fat. It's those damn chocolate chip cookies. I'm rocking the curls. Thank you, Deborah. Let's get the chats shouted out here. You guys are just pouring in tonight. We got Crone Heresy. What's up? Hey, y'all. We got Deborah Grossbrock. Old Man Barker. Good to see ya. Hot as hell, Vic. It is hot as hell. Kill your E-grade gross. It's good to see you. Jilly Love, what's up? Popeye says Rockfin's always buffering. Yeah, Rockfin. Fuck Rockfin. Yeah, Rat Angel, did you like that opener? That opener was badass. That Ozzy concert last weekend, I really enjoyed it. I really did. Ozzy's a part, whether you like celebtards or not, I cannot deny that Ozzy was such a huge part of my whole entire life, seriously. Steve G, good to see you. And we got Natalie Williams, poor Nat. I know, I hear you, man. Kill your E-grade gross. What is up? Driving Miss Macy's out for a walk. That's what I should be doing. It definitely is. Hey, Shane Piper, good to see you. What is up? Chris Algier, what is up? Hanging out with your family. That's awesome. Let's see. Peace Dove, are you out there hanging out? Or is Peace Dove on a walk? I think Peace Dove's on the walk. Yeah, there you go. We got Anthony. What's up, Anthony? And Slasky's in the house. Sean the Accord Lord Miller. Good to see you too. Cold Fusion Gaming. You guys, I gotta tell you, so when we took the car, the PT Cruiser that I got last winter, right, that I bought with the GoFundMe funds so I could get to my cancer treatments. We took We've taken it out of town a couple times. It's been fine. It's been great. The car normally runs fine. Well, we drive all the way down to Oz's, which Oz lives about 120 miles away one way. We get down there, car ran great the whole way there. We went shopping. Oz took me to Winco. I was super impressed with his Winco, and came back, had lunch, hung out with Linda and Joey, everything was fine. As soon as I pull out of Oz's driveway, that car gave me issues the whole way home. It took me 7 hours to go 2.5 hours. It would die at 60 miles an hour. It broke down on I-5. It left me stranded in some of the worst places, and it would die and it wouldn't start for a half hour. And then it would start and it would drive fine for 10, 15 miles, and then it would die. We had quite the adventure 4th of July night trying to get home, and all while we had this little tiny kitten with us, but we made it. And wouldn't you know, the car is running fine now, and none of the check engine lights are on. I don't know. That's just my luck. I don't know. Red Angel was first in over at the Beauty and the Boomer. Let's see. We got Steve Wolfbrand. Good to see ya. Timbuktu. What's up, Timbuktu? I got Popeye. What's up, Popeye? And I got Driving Miss Macy. I got Red Angel. Jimmy started doing Rumble exclusives. Yeah, Jimmy did. Did you guys know I got to go hang out with Misty over at Due Dissidence last week? We had a blast. We just talked about true crime the whole show. It was fun. I have so much fun hanging out with Misty. And if you haven't seen it, go check it out. And then a couple weeks before that, I went and hung out with Sabby. So they've been so kind to me. Everybody calling me up, asking me to come on their shows. They always ask me, like, right when I'm doing immunotherapy, though. So I always have my catheter in, or I'm sick. Snorky, thank you so much for fixing my volleyball net. I really appreciate it. I needed that. Deborah Grossbrock, good to see ya. The Popeye I got. Let's see, I got Nat. Who else do I got? Driving Miss Macy. I think I got everybody. If I missed you, I'm so sorry. Hey, Fingerman. What's up, Fingerman? Trying to get everybody over here. I got Chris over there. I got Slasky. Okay, let's check the Rumble. What's up, Rumble? We've got the Highballistic, and let's see, Zaxo Vaxo Vix is hanging out over there with the Boomer. The Boomer, you're supposed to be taking the night off. So it's Saturday night, time to party. I'm just kidding. I'm actually at the house, chilling on my couch. Actually, I'm chilling in my bed. So, okay, I gotta admit something. I'm pulling a kit tonight, guys. I ain't got no pants on. I don't. I have my pajama shorts on, and they say, I love my bed. Because I do love my bed. Do you love your bed? I look forward to my bed every night, like, oh, yes, I get to go to bed now. I get so tired. Anyways, I haven't felt that great. I've been in a lot of pain. My femurs and my hips are giving me a lot of issues, and so I have brain scan week after next to make sure that the cancer is not on the move into my brain, and then I have another PET scan next month, and then I have 2 immuno treatments this month because I go every 28 days, and I had it at the beginning of the month, so I'll have it at the end of the month. So that's where we're at cancer-wise. But the Chuck engine light, yeah, I've got one of those code readers, so I was going to read the code to see what it was spitting at me. I think maybe it's an O2 sensor or something because of the way it was acting. And now the light's out, so I don't know. I guess I drive it till it breaks down again. I'm going to get me some AAA just in case. Anyways, we had a blast down at the Land of Oz. There you are. Here's the actual real pictures. There is me and Oz and Joey and Al, my partner, Cold Fusion. Let's bring the big deck in there. There you see us. There's Boomer. There's the Boomer. We had a blast. Oz cooked us some nice ribs, and we just visited and checked out the Land of Oz farm. Joey's got lots and lots of chickens, and her garden looks awesome. And they've just got such a beautiful piece of land out there. And it was a good time. It was a good time hanging out with friends and seeing all my Boomer fam. So Thank you, everybody who donated. A lot of you guys sent me just little donations to help me get down there. I appreciate it. Gas and food, and it was fun. We're standing in front of Joey's sunflowers. I sent her a bunch of sunflower seeds. She planted them. Anyways, let's get this show on the road because we got a big deck. You want to talk big deck energy? We have had so much to talk about, and so we've been building this show for 2 weeks. So I got over 100 slides tonight, so we're going to get moving. Anyways, if you want to help me out, here's a couple of great ways to do it. Venmo, Cash App, or PayPal. Always go directly to me. Or you can always give a super chat. Or you can hit any of the other ones down in the description box, like the GoFundMe. The GoFundMe is still up. Anyways, fair use. We are on YouTube. You know what that means. These are just my opinions. I'm giving you my opinion. And I don't deep dive into shit. Y'all know that. So if you are interested in anything I talk about, please go do your own research. Read, because they don't want you to read. Like Jimmy always says, reading is a bad thing. You can go check it out. So I figure we'll start out with, let's talk about the weather. We always talk about the weather. The weather's been fucking crazy all over the country. Oh my God. To come home on 4th of July and see the terrible flooding in Texas, many children just decimated overnight, gone, swept away. I can't even imagine a parent's heartbreak to send your kids to camp and then your kids are just gone. So yeah, this was the Guadalupe River that had flooded, missing Texas flood. This is not even right. I think the numbers I heard last were like 170 plus still missing and over 100 confirmed dead. Just on that one alone. We had flooding 2 days later in New Mexico. We had flooding in the Carolinas. We've had flooding all over. It's so bad. I just brought you a couple of videos so you can check out this flooding if you haven't seen it. Look at that. And it came on so quickly. Like, they don't have warning systems. Everybody thinks that there's alarms that are going to tell you that the river is cresting. And there was a lot of people camping. 120 dead? Yeah, there's no warning, though. Do you know that this same river flooded in the 80s and killed about the same amount of people, roughly around the same time of year? So it's not like something that it's unprecedented. But, Texas, you need to invest in some early warning systems. A lot of people said they didn't even see the police until the next day, like midday. So just proves you got to be responsible for yourself. You got to be watching out for yourself. Nobody's watching out and protecting us. Like, I live in a tsunami zone. I can't hear the tsunami alarm. I never hear it. So, as soon as the earth starts quaking, I know I got to start running. And crank up the weather machine. They're asking for the list again. I don't know about that, but this one I want to say is New Mexico.
Uh-oh, there comes the house.
Go. I'll back it up.
Uh-oh,
There we go.
Oh my gosh, y'all look.
Oh no. Oh
no.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
I couldn't even imagine seeing a house go floating by. Holy shit. I'd get off that fucking deck and get the hell out of there. You're next. Like, you see these video of people that don't have the instinct to run, especially when the water's rushing down. Like, you need to move. I would be moving. I would not be standing there freaking recording and hoping that I go viral on TikTok, man. Get your ass out of there. Very scary. Y'all see the weather in DC the other day too? That shit was scary. That was ominous looking. Yeah. Just be careful out there. Be careful out there and be aware, man. Always be aware of what's coming. So let's see, what is this? Breaking flash flood outbreak. Chicago is being hit right now with torrential rains. Streets have become rivers with 5 inches of rain in a span of 90 minutes. Have you ever been in any of these summer storms in the Midwest? They are fucking crazy. Like, I have lived in the South. I have lived in Tornado Alley. I have seen some fucking weather, but holy shit, like, I saw a storm in Philly like I had never seen before. Torrential rains and winds just come up out of nowhere. One minute it's 99 degrees, the next minute it's a storm like that came out of hell. One time I was driving through Kansas City, Missouri, and it was raining so fucking hard that the overpasses looked like waterfalls, and you couldn't see to keep going, but you couldn't see to stop either. Yeah, at this time right now, the weather gets fucking weird, and it doesn't help that they have HARP and all this other shit. You know, they don't use HARP in Alaska anymore, right? You know, we all been talking. You guys know I have always, every show I bring you geoengineering, but they don't use HARP in Alaska. That's old fucking news. They've got these big portable ones now, and they can do it by drone too. Drone. They, of course, they've got planes, but yeah, they've got these big floatable ones that they float around the country. I think I brought you a couple of videos of those. I know Amber has. Amber King, she's always on top of it. So Jay Inslee, because anybody wants to hear from this asshat, he's back in Washington because he's launching a solar ferry yesterday. Aren't we lucky? Anyways, Jay Inslee says it's hard to make the Texas flood tragedy worse, except to know that on the same day, Trump signed a bill catering solar and wind energy that is vital in the battle against climate change, making these torrential rains more frequent. Aw, this is New York Times. What do you guys think? He gets the fuck off pie for tonight. Of course, we always do fuck off pie here at Trailer Park Pundit. And Jay Inslee, fuck all the way off, because we all know that your little solar and wind climate change bullshit, green energy, just is going to make the poor pay for you to take your jet back and forth to all the governor's frickin' meetings that you were going to. It's not going to change a goddamn thing. So shut the hell up. Yeah, he needs to shut the fuck up. All the way up. He was hanging out with Bob Ferguson, our new governor, yesterday. Ew. Yeah. Anyways, Ted Cruz has got to weigh in on it. So Senator Ted Cruz is pushing for an additional $250 billion in aid for Israel just days after Texas was hit by a devastating flood. Fuck you, Texas. I'm not here for you. I'm here for Israel. Don't you know? Let's see. What is Hillary saying? If I'm indicted, I'll take half of the DC with me. She'll never get indicted. Come on. She's slippier than Diddy with fucking 1,000 bottles of fucking baby oil. She'll never get indicted. But that's a good one, Oz. I see Superman made it on the deck. Thank you, Oz. I heard the new Superman's good. But I'm just going to say that post is so stupid. It's rated a 3 Kamalas and a 1 AOC. That's how stupid it is. Yeah. The oil industry owns this place. Abso-fucking-lutely. And they always fucking will. And it's not going to change. You know, even if we stop driving and we change our energy usage, they won't change theirs. Their whole plan is to roll out carbon credits, and we're the ones who are going to pay for the carbon credits. We are the ones, what they're going to do is they're going to try to offset it and buy the poor people's credits because you're too poor to travel, so sell me yours. And like it always is, the poor will pay for this shit. It won't change a goddamn thing at the end of the day. It's not going to make the weather better anywhere. It's not going to slow down consumption of oil. And the beat goes on and on. So I'm done buying into it. I used to buy into it. I used to be out there and be a climate activist. You know, I live in one of the most beautiful places on the planet. I want to protect it. I want to save it. But that's not what these guys are doing. And we know it. It took a lot of us a long time to figure that out. So like I mentioned earlier, Mount Rainier is waking up. Now here's a few facts about Mount Rainier. Mount Rainier is the second largest mountain volcano in the continental United States, behind Mount McKinley, of course, in California. And it is about a little under 500 feet taller than Mount St. Helens. So if you thought Mount St. Helens was scary and big, if Mount Rainier blows, we're going to feel it in the Northwest, because let me tell you, you can see Mount Rainier pretty much from everywhere on the west coast of Washington state. I can see it, I can see it from a lot of different places. It's taller than Mount Baker, which is another huge mountain up here in the Cascade Range. But it's always been kind of quiet. My whole entire life, that mountain has never scared me. Like, oh my God, someday it's going to wake up and it's going to blow, right? It's never scared me like that. But now it scares me because all of a sudden this sleeping giant has started to rumble, and it's had over 300 swarm quakes in the last 2 days. Now, it does this from time to time, they say, but not like it's doing it. And I did a report, I want to say back in May, about how they noticed there was seismic activity going on and there was some bulging going on back in May. Now, they're not reporting that now, but I remember reporting that. So this would wipe out a huge portion of the Seattle suburbs. It would take out Puyallup, parts of Tacoma. It would take out the whole valley, Federal Way, Auburn, Spanaway. It would pretty much cripple the Pacific Northwest if this mountain blew. Not to mention whatever way the wind's going to be blowing and where the ash will go. It could blow over to eastern Washington. It definitely will wipe out our river systems. This could be really bad. So I'll let you know. If one day our internet just goes down and you don't hear from us, maybe the mountain blew. You never know. Anyways, let's move on. So, we didn't get a chance to talk about this because we haven't been on the air for 2 weeks, but the Diddy verdict came in. Did you see? Diddy was acquitted on, of course, the RICO charges. Now, didn't I tell you that I didn't think that the state was doing a very good job of proving RICO? I know I did, because I was keeping up with it and I was watching, and all they wanted to fucking talk about was, his crazy freak-offs and beating domestic violence. And I didn't think that the RICO charges were going to stick, which were the most important charges, right? He was looking at a life in prison if those came back. Well, of course, he got convicted of a couple of them, just a few of the prostitution across state lines, which obviously the prostitutes were there. I'm going to say sex workers. They were there and they testified. So of course they had to find him guilty on that. And, he was happy as can be. His attorneys wanted him released on bail that day because he won't be sentenced till October. But, he could get 10 years. He could get 2 years. He could get time served. But I've told you from the get-go, because, just like I covered Epstein very in depth, that this was not going anywhere. The whole reason that Diddy was charged and the feds were sent in is because they wanted those tapes. That's all. They wanted those tapes. He'd pissed off the elites a little bit with one of his alcohol deals. And he had all of these damning tapes, and rich and powerful people wanted those tapes. They didn't want him to have them. So you know what? They got those tapes. And Diddy's going to get a slap on the wrist, and Diddy's going to go home. No harm, no foul. So we investigated ourselves and found no evidence of wrongdoing. Now, don't you guys think that it's just a little bit of a fucking coincidence that Comey's daughter, the same federal prosecutor that prosecuted Ghislaine Maxwell, is the one who prosecuted Diddy? Isn't that just a quinky dink? It's all masterminded. It's 100% to protect themselves. They know what they did. Just like Epstein's Island, everybody was going to Diddy's white parties. Everybody was staying after at Diddy's white parties. So the same shit that was going on at Epstein's Island was going on at Diddy's place and Diddy's parties. But I'll tell you what, in the trial, they did a really, really good job of making sure that no underage children got brought into the conversation at all. No, they made sure. They made sure, even though we've had people come forward and say, yeah, we saw kids there. Yeah. I mean, we've seen the videos where he's saying, if you're a kid, you got to leave after a certain time or it's not my fault. Like, yeah, Diddy got away. Diddy, he got so slippery. He got away with it. But that's not the only thing that happened while we were on vacay. That's right. We got told by Pam Bondi and the Department of Justice that, guess what? There is no Epstein List. Oh, we had all those tapes to review. You guys remember the video or the pictures of all the evidence of CDs and drives and binders that they took out of Epstein's house. I showed them to you. You guys saw them. Guess what? There was no list. There was nobody there. There was no victims. There was no list. There was nobody. So let's hear it from Trump's press secretary. What does she have to say? Because I'll tell you what, this pissed MAGA off. Ooh, this pissed MAGA off. I don't know. They had their panties in a bunch. They believed there was a list and that it was going to get released. We all know better.
Sure. Caroline. Okay, so the FBI looks at the circumstances surrounding the death of Jeffrey Epstein. According to the report, this systematic review revealed no incriminating client list. So what happened to the Epstein client list that the Attorney General said she had on her desk?
Well, I think if you go back and look at what the Attorney General said in that interview, which was on your network, on Fox News.
Got the quote.
Go ahead.
John Roberts said, DOJ may be releasing the list of Jeffrey Epstein's clients. Will that really happen? And she said, it's sitting on my desk right now to review.
Yes, she was saying the entirety of all of the paperwork, all of the paper in relation to Jeffrey Epstein's crimes.
Just the
That's
paper,
what the Attorney
not
General
the list.
was referring to, and I'll let her speak for that. But again, when it comes to the FBI and the Department of Justice, they are more than committed to ensuring that bad people are put behind bars. They have an operation going on right now called Summer
Like
Heat,
Julian Assange, right?
which has our murder rate trending in the lowest direction in United States history. Their emphasis on violent crime and locking up violent criminals has led to the arrest of 14,000 violent criminals. That's a 62% increase from the same time period last year. So this Attorney General and the FBI Director are committed to putting bad people behind bars where they belong. They promised an exhaustive review. That's what they did. For any further details, I would refer you to the Department of Justice.
Don't ask me. Go ask them. I don't know shit. We're tough on crime, man. We're locking up people we don't like. Basically, that's what they're doing. Not people that count. The Department of Justice doesn't give a shit about the 9th anniversary of Seth Rich's murder, right? That's not their problem. No, where's her cross? Yeah, everybody was asking that, Jody. Jody, good to see you back in the chat. How are you recovering from your amazing trip to Italy? Wow, it was so amazing to live vicariously through you, watching you post your pictures and your videos every day. I hope you had a fucking blast of a lifetime. It looked fun. Anyways, what a joke. What a joke. But we've got more. Because I brought the receipts. You guys know it. So this was just a mere, 3.5 months ago? Oh, how time flies. This is her telling Jesse Waters that she has a desk full of papers to go through, and she's going to release the list. Remember the binders that they called all the social media influencers in and gave them just a couple of months ago and said this is phase 1? It even said phase 1 right on it. They thought we were going to buy that shit as the list. That's the problem. They thought that they were just going to put those binders out there with the little black book that we had all seen. We all knew the black book was out there. It's been out there for fucking years. But they thought we were going to buy that shit. And then when we balked and said, oh no, this is already out there. You didn't give us anything that we didn't already have. Actually, you redacted most of what we already had. Then they had to rethink it. Well, they couldn't come up with anything new. So now there's just no list.
A lot of people are wondering, because you said last week that you have the Epstein files on your desk, is when can we see them and what's taking so long to release them?
I do. Jesse, there are well over, this will make you sick, 200 victims. 200. So we have well over 250 actually. So we have to make sure that their identity is protected and their personal information. But other than that, I think tomorrow, the personal information of victims. Other than that, I think tomorrow, Jesse, breaking news right now, you're going to see some Epstein information being released by my office.
What kind? Are we going to see who was on the flights? Are we going to see any evidence from what he recorded? Because he had all of his homes wired with recording devices.
Yeah. What you're going to see, hopefully tomorrow, is a lot of flight logs, a lot of names, a lot of information.
We've seen the flight logs,
but
I brought them.
It's pretty sick what that man did.
Okay, well,
along with his co-defendant.
Absolutely, and he had help. That's for sure.
He sure did.
Okay, guys, yeah, we bought the fact that we were ever going to get a list. Before Trump even got elected, we were telling you you're never going to see a list. For years, I have sat here and told you you're never going to get a list. The closest we're going to get to a list is that damn flight log, and we know who's on that flight log. I did bring a little reminder. We'll get to it. Here are two clips that give off the same energy. Yeah, they do. This is kind of funny.
Here are two clips that give off the same energy.
And the minute missing from the video, we released the video showing
he gave us the video.
Definitively. The video was not conclusive, but the evidence prior to it was showing he committed.
What?
And what was on that, there was a minute that was off the counter. And what we learned from Bureau of Prisons was every night, they redo that video. It's old from like 1999. So every night the video is reset, and every night should have the same minute missing. So we're looking for that video to release that as well, showing that a minute is missing every night. And that's it on Epstein.
I personally believe that U.S. Americans are unable to do so because some people out there in our nation don't have maps, and I believe that our education, like such as in South Africa and the Iraq, everywhere like such as, and I believe that they should, our education over here in the U.S. should help the U.S. or should help South Africa and should help the Iraq and the Asian countries, so we will be able to build up our future for our children.
Oh my gosh. So yes, they tried to quell us by giving us the video from inside the prison. I didn't bother to bring it because there was no point. There literally was missing time from the video, which they said this is the video in its entirety. And then you watch the video and there's a whole fucking jump for a full fucking minute. And there's a dude with a dark hoodie that kind of goes in and disappears. That's not answered. It was pointless. It was absolutely pointless. Like we were going to see Hillary Clinton go in there with her fucking OJ gloves on. I mean, the whole thing was pointless. They were like, well, look here. Now, remember, we were told 5 years ago that the cameras weren't working in the prison. Isn't that what Bill Barr told us? I'm pretty sure that's what Barr told us 5 years ago. The video wasn't working. I watched what video was there, and it's inconclusive. It's not the same cell. Yeah, it was pointless. It didn't matter. The video was just to here, throw us off the scent. So there she was being a little nervous about it. So we're going to release the Epstein list. It's on my desk right now. We just need more time. There is no Epstein list. Yeah. That's about the gist of what happened. And like we saw anything else. Now, let's see how Alex Jones is compensating for this, because we all know Jones, he loves Trump, right? He loves Trump. And Trump's always playing 5D chess, according to Alex. So let's get Alex's take on the fact that there is no Epstein list.
Well, I woke up this morning and turned my phone on, and there were hundreds of text messages saying, oh my God, the DOJ just put out a letter. I know you've all seen now, saying There is no Epstein client list. There never was any blackmail operation. Epstein killed himself, and the investigation's closed. So everybody wants to know what I think. Well, I know what's going on. And so I'll tell you. Trump had two ways to go with all of this. He could prosecute all of these incredibly prominent people, household names, or they could use the information to blackmail the deep state. I've done deep research, have a lot of contacts, and know Trump's MO. And he's not into kids, he's not into being peed on, and Russian hotels, all that was lies. We now know from the CIA and Brennan and the very crew running the Epstein operation. But the reason that you are seeing this deep sixth is because the CIA with the Mossad and MI6 was running Epstein, and it was an official U.S. government operation.
Okay, so he's saying Trump's gonna take it and use it to blackmail the CIA? Is that what he's trying to say? I just have one question. Where the fuck is Alex Jones driving to? He's always driving. Does he just drive around in circles now and do videos? Does he not have a studio anymore? Does he just, his car is his studio? What is he driving, like a Charger or something? It sounds like. Whatever, Alex Jones. Fuck all the way off. Yeah, what the fuck? What the fuck? And Jeffrey Epstein's secret bank account is still moving millions, and nobody knows why. We don't know. We don't know. I don't know. Do you know? I don't know. Where did he get all that money? I don't know. Where did he get the largest freaking house in New York? I don't know. He was just a teacher at the Dalton's girls' school, right? I don't know. How did he get to manage everybody's billions of dollars? I don't know. Nobody seems to fucking know shit when it comes to this guy. And you know why? Because they don't want to know shit. The FBI can tell you the name of every January 6th conspirator, but not a single name from the Epstein client list. We're never going to get answers. I told you this 5 years ago when I did, a 2.5 hour deep dive into Epstein, who he was, where he came from, and who was behind him. We were never. They needed to shut him up, shut him down. He got a little too liberal with the girls in Florida, and he got his ass caught, and he became a liability to those that were controlling him. Now, if you follow Whitney Webb and you read one book, One Nation Under Blackmail, like I did, you know that Epstein really wasn't Mossad. He was more military asset, more an Israeli military asset than Mossad. So, there's a little difference there. There is. So, United Spot had to jump on this, and we don't bring too much United Spot anymore, but it's Saturday night. It's the trailer park. Why not?
Cash, have you seen this memo?
Yeah, I've seen it.
I mean, after all these months, the late nights, the investigations, and Jeffrey Epstein's a good guy?
Well, Mrs. U.S. Attorney General lady.
Actually, my name is Pam.
Oh, I'm sorry, Pan.
No, my name is Pam.
Are you saying Pan or Pam?
I'm saying Pam. And who is that person behind you?
Hello, Miss Lady. I'm Dan, Deputy Director of the FBI, and I think I might be able to help out with this Pan dilemma.
It's Pam!
Pam! Hank! Okay, so there's a K at the end.
Can we just move on, please?
Well, Pank, I knew Jeffrey was innocent the whole time.
Well, if you knew about it, why didn't you say anything?
I couldn't, Pank. It was classified information.
But all those things you said on TV, everything you posted on social media, you said Jeffrey was a monster.
That wasn't me.
What?
Someone stole my identity and pretended to be me.
Someone stole your identity to spread misinformation about Jeffrey Epstein?
Yeah. I never saw it coming.
Well, who was it? Is there any evidence?
Oh, I know exactly who it is. And I have truckloads of evidence to prove it.
Well, can I have the evidence and the name of this criminal?
Yeah, I'll have it on your desk by the end of the day.
How could I not see it?
I know, right? And I knew the whole time.
Epstein Island was actually a counseling center for at-risk girls.
Yep.
He was running sex crime prevention classes. He wasn't a criminal.
Yep, and I knew all about it. If only someone hadn't stolen my identity, I could have told the world.
So there's no client list.
Nope.
No bribery.
None.
Nothing.
Nothing.
So the FBI got it all wrong.
Yeah, Epstein was just protecting those girls. He wasn't exploiting them.
I'm speechless.
I am too. I mean, he offered free self-defense classes to women and children. He did that for years. Bill Clinton brought his daughter Chelsea to that self-defense class 27 times.
All Jeffrey wanted to do was help. And how did we repay him? We locked him up.
It gets crazier, Pank.
Now what?
You know Charles Manson?
Yeah, what about him?
Charles was a major player in Doctors Without Borders.
What?
The FBI pinned him as a monster, but he was innocent the whole time.
Wait, you're talking about Manson?
Yep.
The guy we all thought was a cult leader was actually saving lives?
Yep. He tried to save Sharon, but they arrested him.
How did we miss this?
It gets worse.
What now?
You know Jeffrey Dahmer?
Don't tell me.
He was the leader of the Red Cross.
What?
Yeah, he organized blood drives, disaster relief. He was on the front line saving lives, and they framed him.
So all those stories about him in the newspaper were lies?
Yep. And I knew about it the whole time.
Well, why didn't you say anything?
Someone stole my identity. I couldn't.
Oh, that's right. I forgot. I can't believe this. I'm still in shock.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
Epstein's Island was a safe haven, Manson was a humanitarian, and Dahmer was a hero.
Yeah, now they're talking about presidential medals of freedom for all three of them.
They deserve it.
Yep.
Cash, what happened to Epstein?
Epstein was silenced to keep the truth from coming out. Someone didn't want the world to know he was helping people. Same with Manson and Dahmer. They were all targeted.
I'm gonna release all of this information tomorrow. America needs to know the truth.
Yep. America needs to know the truth. So Dan Bongino, he says, I'm so mad I might quit. Okay. Whoever believes that shit, I've got a bridge to sell you. So stupid. Trump doesn't want anybody talking about this shit. This was Trump's reaction on Wednesday.
Are you still talking about Jeffrey Epstein?
Are you still talking about Jeffrey Epstein?
Years. You're asking, we have Texas, we have this, we have all of the things. And are people still talking about this guy, this creep?
This creep?
That
was my friend. That's unbelievable. So Trump just doesn't want you to talk about it anymore. Shut up. Don't bring it up again. Don't talk about it. Shove it way down deep and don't bring it up again. So, Mommy, how come the government is saying there is no Epstein client list? Because, dear, they are the client list. 100%. And we've been saying that forever. Why is this being covered up? Well, Sagar and Jetty and Tucker Carlson, of all people, sat down to talk about the cover-up. And this is their theory on why there's no Epstein list.
You have to listen to this exchange between Tucker and Sagar because they expose the exact purpose
this
why
guy
the
used
Trump
to work for
administration
Breaking Point,
has to cover up
or he
the
still
Epstein
does.
files.
The whole thing that this tape shows he didn't kill himself is like a joke. But worse than that, it's a joke that we all get. Like, they're not fooling anybody. So I feel like we're at a dangerous point now.
Yeah, I agree, because the lie is more it's not the lie at this point is not even part of trying to convince any of this is true.
Yes.
The lie is a signal to everybody else involved in the scheme that to the ultimate ends, the United States government will go to protect all of you.
Yes.
And that's the for
Man,
what
is that smart.
purpose?
Can you say that again? Okay,
Yes.
so it's a signal.
The lie is not for you and me. The lie is for those implicated to say, no matter what, we will protect you. And then we have to start asking the question, why? As in, what is the purpose of this entire thing? Why does it matter that it happens right before the Israeli prime minister comes to Washington for the third time?
Ooh, a lot of noticing going on in that last part. And the timing of that, definitely not a coincidence. I mean, it's basically undeniable at this point that this story is about intelligence. Specifically, Epstein's ties to a certain foreign intelligence. Yeah. That's why we have to keep asking about Epstein, because our national sovereignty is literally at stake here.
See, everybody wants to pin this shit. I mean, okay, yeah, I'm sure he had his connections to Mossad. But for those who've actually gone out there and done the deep fucking research, like Whitney Webb and Johnny Vedmore, and there's so many others, he wasn't just strictly Mossad. He wasn't. He really wasn't. He was more of a military asset than he was intelligence, I believe anyways. Let's see. It's anti-Semitic to even mention the name Epstein anymore. Yes, everything's anti-Semitic now. Don't you know? Yes. Wouldn't you know? Yes, it is. So life's a bitch, but thankfully so am I. Sometimes. And Julian Assange says the reason the FBI wouldn't let the Epstein client list come out in court is because if they did, their blackmail would no longer be useful, and the CIA would lose control of their overall overpower people or powerful people that they spent this decades setting up. Yeah, exactly, and that is why Julian Assange was such a fucking threat to them, and why they locked him away and threw away the key as long as they did. You know, for all the fucked up things Biden was, at least Biden got him out, right? And Kurt says, "Told you so." Kurt did tell you so. I gotta agree with Kurt. He did tell you so. And let's. I was gonna say here's the list, but I got the list. Let's see. Yeah. It doesn't say it. I was gonna say look into the light. There is no client list. There never was a Jeffrey Epstein list. Yeah, mega. Oh my gosh. How many megas woke up? None. I don't think a damn one of them did, and I don't think they care. So here's the list. Just a reminder of who was on the fucking flight logs. This is the closest you're ever going to get to a list, and when you hear the names that are going to get read off from the flight logs, you'll know why there is no list that's ever going to come out.
So, ladies and gentlemen, here's a list of names from the Epstein flight logs.
All right, these are the people that were on Epstein Island. Confirmed by multiple sources. Bill Clinton, George Mitchell, Alex Baldwin, Ralph Fiennes, George Hamilton, Dustin Hoffman, Kevin Spacey, Liz Hurley, Laura Hutton, Janice Dixon, Naomi Campbell, Christy Turlington, Henry Kissinger, which may be one of the most evil men on the world.
He is, yeah.
Joan Rivers, Courtney Love, Mick Jagger, Courtney Guest, Phil Collins, Simon Le Bon, Charlie Rose of PBS, Richard Branson, Candace Bushel, Tom Ford, Vera Wang, Nadia Byerlin, Co Stark, and here's some more. Seth Green, James Gunn, Dan Schneider, Steven Spielberg, Tom Hanks, Stephen Colbert, Kevin Spacey, Kathy Griffin, Oprah Winfrey, Sean Carter, Beyonce Knowles, Anthony Kiedis, John Legend, Christy Teigen Tyler, Ben Affleck, Stephen Collins, Will Ferrell, Eminem, Jeffrey Jones, Victor Salva, Mark Rector, Charlie Sheen, Tyler Grasham, Madonna, Catherine Hudson, Gwen Stefani, Stefani Germota, James Franco, Will Smith. Oh, has Will Smith been in the news lately? Justin Rowland, John Cusack, Anderson Cooper, Demi Moore, Brian Affleck, Meryl Streep, Wanda Sykes, Chelsea Handler, Michelle Wolf, Pharrell Williams, Quentin Tarantino, Robert Downey Jr. They are petrified of that list and what those films getting.
So those were just the Hollywood stars. It was funny that all of the politicians' names weren't really on there. We know who they are. We covered them when I did the deep dives into it. The only one we really heard on there was Kissinger, right? But you had the likes of Bill Gates, and the ones I found that they read that are interesting was John Cusack and Michelle Wolf. Aren't those shit libs all the way? So both sides of the aisle have something to hide. Hollywood has something to hide, and DC definitely has something to hide. Nobody wants this fucking list to come out, so that's the closest you're going to get to a list. But we know who was there. Jesse Wells wrote a little song about it. Want to hear it? He does a good job. Love me some Jesse.
Well, you got your bucket list, your grocery list, your list of things to do. You got a list of all your wishes. That's a wish list, dude. You got your Amazon and Santa Claus and Tooth Fairy too.
Love me some Jesse.
Well, you got your bucket list, your grocery list, your list of things to do. You got a list of all your wishes. That's a wish. They'll sing his song that we well know. So in the war, they'll sing.
Maybe they didn't want me to play that. I'm back. I watched it go down. Maybe I'm talking about Epstein too much. Waiting to see if I'm back. Am I back? Did I catch up yet? Come on. Or did it drop me? Did it dump me on all channels? Hopefully it didn't dump me. Did it dump me? Let me know. Let me know if you can see me. I came back. Okay, I came back. I think I pissed the YouTube gods off. Well, you know what? Fuck you, YouTube. I think we're okay. My bad. Oh, wow. Wow. Anyways, moving on. You're back. Yeah, I don't think that was my internet dropping me. My internet was strong. I think YouTube got pissed at whatever I was talking about. So let's talk about Israel, because that'll make the YouTube censors happy. You see me? Okay, I'm back. I don't think I have a bad connection tonight, but we'll see. I think Jesse Wells got me in trouble. Anyways, hey, do you guys remember the Panama Papers were released and they showed how basically every wealthy person on the planet was avoiding taxes by offshoring their money, and nothing was done about it except the reporter who broke the story was murdered with a car bomb? Yeah, I remember that. And then I think Meryl Streep got like an Emmy or something for doing a movie about it, but that was all. Nobody ever, got in trouble for it because, hey, if you're rich, make sure you offshore your money. Definitely to Panama, because that seems to be a good place, right? That's the clown world we live in. So another exciting thing happened while Oz and I have been on our little vacay. That's right, the big, beautiful bill passed. Did you guys like it? Is it big and beautiful? How bad's it going to screw you? I haven't figured out how bad it's going to screw me, but I know my insurance has stopped paying for a lot of my medications. Thank you. Fee says, this is your Fee says for Saturday night. Fee says, happy 4th. The one big, beautiful surveillance bill hands total power to the military-industrial technocracy. Trump's nearly 1,000-page bill passed the Senate, House, and was signed by Trump. Most focused on Medicare and Medicaid cuts, but few mentioned the Pentagon's power grab towards AI, big tech, nukes, and war. Trump signed his big, beautiful bill on July 4th, 2025. No coincidence with the celebration of the U.S. independence from Great Britain, a celebration of supposed freedom from tyranny. The irony, of course, is that the bill is not only slashing in social and medical programs that millions of U.S. Americans rely on, including myself, but that citizens continue to pay taxes for those unwanted policies and for war. What's worse and is not being talked about is that the weapons of war and surveillance are running home at lightning speed and for more nefarious reasons. Here, Fee says. Fee fucking nailed it. This is a total big tech, techno surveillance grab. This is going to take more of your rights away from you, more of your sovereignty than the Patriot Act, right? And the Patriot Act was just temporary. The Patriot Act was only temporary, remember? We only need it for a couple of years until we get these terrorists who attacked us on 9/11 under control. And then we'll give you back your freedoms. Well, how well did that work? Did we get our freedoms back? No, we didn't get our freedoms back. I got to tell you, I finished watching the second season of Making a Murderer. Have you guys heard of this series? I watched the first season, I don't know, 2016, years ago. I want to say when Bernie was running. And me and Misty were talking about it, and we were talking about habeas corpus and how many of our freedoms were taken by Bill Clinton that we didn't even realize because of the Oklahoma City bombing. And not that I think that guy's innocent. I got to tell you guys, I think that docuseries was contrived to make you think he's innocent. I don't think he's innocent. In my heart, I feel like he's not innocent. Anyways, moving on. That's just my opinion. I was shocked in there to see how much of our due process was taken away from us because of Clinton and the Oklahoma City bombing. And, we've got our conspiracies about Oklahoma City bombing and what that was really about, covering up White Watergate, Hillary Clinton, and all of her crap. But, they just slowly erode and steal our rights and our due process, and we're none the wiser. So, here, Fee nailed it. It was a grab, not just for your Social Security, even though they do want your Social Security. So how did Rome fall? Well, start more wars than it could handle. Greedy leaders, wasteful spending, government tyranny, unpaid debt. Sound familiar? Absolutely. Yes, I absolutely believe that Oklahoma City was a false flag mastermind. I absolutely do. Yeah, the cuts for diabetes in that bill were devastating. We're already feeling them here in the trailer park. They don't want to pay for insulin. They don't want to pay for needles. They don't want to pay for long acting. They don't want to pay for shit. You have to get a pre-authorization every month from your insurance company, which will fight you for weeks, knowing that you are diabetic when you've been diabetic for years and years. It's bullshit. This is the new game. Meet the old boss, same as the new boss. And I thought this was very appropriate because it doesn't matter who's up at that podium. They're all spewing the same shit. The rich get richer, the poor get shit on, and that is the ongoing theme of the fall of this Rome. And we're here for it in real time. Shama Sawant has something to say about Mandoni, right? Is that who we're talking about here? I think so. This is the Chris Hedges report. Let's hear what Shama had to say.
In order to destroy Trumpism, you need to destroy the Democratic Party. And that comes first with breaking your ties with the Democratic Party. And here's what I have to say. Whom Mamdani has listed as his role models is a very telling story to me. Mamdani has said that he is very inspired by Boston Governor Michelle Wu. Michelle Wu ran on housing demands. She also brought them up relentlessly. She talked about rent control relentlessly. What has she done after she got into office? Completely betray working class renters. I mean, just completely. He has also said that former New York City Mayor Bill de Blasio was the best in his Mamdani's lifetime. Among other attacks on unions and workers, Mayor de Blasio and Governor Andrew Cuomo together in 2018 upheld the Taylor Law of New York, which has a draconian strike ban on public sector unions. According to an article in a DSA-aligned publication, Jacobin, this New York strike ban, this is a quote, makes red state anti-strike laws look like pieces of fluff. And keep in mind, 2018 was the year of the historic public school teacher strikes in red states, starting with West Virginia. The Jacobin article also says the next time a Republican governor works up the nerve to enforce anti-strike laws against public workers, they'll have the satisfaction of piggybacking on those Democratic friends of labor, Cuomo and de Blasio. Yep. So he has stated AOC, Bernie Sanders, Michelle Wu, and de Blasio all as his inspirations, and they all have a record of selling out working class people. He has also repeatedly cited and effusively praised former New York City Mayor Fiorello LaGuardia, who was a Republican mayor who was supported at the time in 1941 by the rotten Stalinists. And, one of the things LaGuardia did was brutally go after striking transport workers, basically telling them that the country is at war, so municipal workers don't have the right to go on strike. So your viewers can reach their own conclusions about what it means when somebody ties themselves so closely to a whole string of people who have a track record of having sold out workers.
And that is why they both fucking suck. Okay, so the Democrats didn't vote for Trump's big, blue, beautiful bill. Only 2 Republicans had the balls to stand up against it. And I'm thinking they were probably, Ron Paul and Thomas Massie. Am I wrong? You guys let me know. I mean, I'm sure Massie was one. I don't know who the second one was. Anyways, it doesn't fucking matter because the Democrats, when they are in control, do the same goddamn thing. They did the same thing. Look at how much we got cut under Obama. Look at how much we got cut under Biden. This is what they do. A lot of people are predicting that the big, beautiful bill is going to tank the economy. That was first thing Oz said to me. I guess we'll see. We're predicting fourth quarter, maybe right around Christmas time, when we're all hurting the most, is when we're really going to feel this shit. But, you put that with tariffs and all the other bullshit they're pulling off. So, Mom Donnie, whatever you call him, appointed top DNC Obama advisor to bid security Democratic Party to secure his bid with the Democratic Party establishment support. So, of course, he's going to go tap an Obama advisor to get him the support that he needs from the Democrats, because he's a sellout, just like we've been telling you. All these people who fall for these false progressives every fucking round make me sick. That's why I paid this guy no mind. That's why I can't remember his name, because I don't care. I would never support him. I see him as an AOC. I see him as a Bernie Sanders. He's going to kiss the ass of the Democratic Party. That's the way it always will be. And I'm not buying it. Not buying it one damn bit. Gavin Newsom declares California a sanctuary state for child slavery. Yeah, that's about it. And, sir, they're starting to realize that we only bomb countries that aren't a part of the Rothschild banking system. What? Oh, it's anti-Semitic to even say Rothschilds, don't you know? I've been told so. I have been. By people who live in Israel. Yeah. Don't say that. Don't say that. You're anti-Semitic. So why is it easier to imagine the end of the world than to end the end of corruption? It is. It's easier to imagine the world coming to an end than us being able to overthrow these corrupt corporate money-grabbing fucking globalists that have got control. They're all globalists. The Republicans, Democrats, Yeah, I imagine the world exploding way before that ever happens. So find someone that looks at you the way that Trump looks at Bibi. Oh, look at the love in his eyes. So that's right. Our real president was in town this week. Did you see it? Oh, my gosh. I didn't bring you them getting off the plane, the pomp and circumstances and the ass kissing that Bibi got. I mean, he's a superstar when he comes to D.C. And let's see. Big St. James changed my mind. Yeah, that is Big St. James. They might as well paint it blue and white because we all know better. So let's hear what Bibi had to say after meeting with Trump. Now, I think that the sound on this might be a little bit off, but it is him talking. It's not AI, I promise you. This was the statement that he made.
I completed a second meeting with President Trump. I want to inform you something that will shock the various reports that come out. President Trump and I have a common goal. We want to achieve the release of our hostages. We want to end Hamas rule in Gaza. We want to make sure that Gaza does not pose a threat to Israel anymore. In pursuing this common goal, we have a common strategy. Not only do we have a common strategy, we have common tactics. This doesn't involve pressure, it doesn't involve coercion, it involves full coordination. President Trump wants a deal, but not at any price. I want a deal, but not at any price.
Oh, bullshit.
Israel has security requirements and other requirements, and we're working together to try to achieve it. Everything else that you hear and are being briefed on is folly. It's about as accurate as the reports that you had before the Iran war, about the great tension between us, about the great disagreements between us. And I say,
Trump loves me.
When will they ever learn? I don't know. It's not important. We're continuing. We're pursuing this. And I hope with impending success.
Prime Minister Netanyahu, are we close? Is pushing out Palestinians to countries where they have no connection to going to make Israel safer in the long run?
We're not pushing out anyone. And I don't think that's President Trump's suggestion. His suggestion was giving them a choice. You have a choice. Where do you live, madam? Where do you live? In D.C.? Are you an American citizen?
Yes.
You think you have a right to go to another country if you seek to do so?
But
the Palestinians should have that right. It's called the freedom of choice and nothing more than that. No coercion, no forcible dislocation. If people want to leave Gaza, they should have the right to do so and not be held at a point.
Okay, for one, how the fuck did they get past security to even get the fuck out of Gaza? There's so much wrong with this. I love where he's like, all the follies that are reported in the media, you shouldn't believe. Trump was the one that said, y'all don't know what the fuck you're doing. Yeah, just, oh God, it's so vomit worthy. And it didn't matter, Democrats, Republicans, all of them bowed down to kiss his fucking feet this week. Over and over, we saw it. And right here's a little thing. Professor Zinka says Democratic Party leader Chuck Schumer just met with indicted war criminal Netanyahu after Israel announces plans to force 600,000 Palestinians into concentration camps in Rafah, a city that lies in ruins. Abso-freaking-lutely. The Democrats, like the Republicans, are a party of genocide. Yes, 100%. We all know it. Left, right, it doesn't fucking matter. They all have blood on their hands. They all have the tens of thousands, let's just say hundreds of thousands of dead babies on their hands. And they just smile. Look, they're all smiling for a picture. I'm sure Chucky was very happy to take this picture. One in the same head. You telling me these two pictures look very similar? Very, very similar. Yeah, I see it. I absolutely do see it. Did you guys see, and I don't know if it was AI, but there was a video of one of Hitler's speeches that was translated. And the whole time he's going off about how the Jews are trying to take over the world. It was a little astonishing. I was like, is this AI made up? I don't know. Just saying. So around 23,000 American citizens are currently serving in the Israeli army, according to the Washington Post. 2 U.S. Republican congressmen have introduced legislation that would provide the same employment and economic protections to Americans serving in the Israeli military as U.S. citizens who serve in the U.S. military. While other countries such as France and South Africa have taken a completely different stance, including possible legal action against their nationals who are implemented in possible war crimes in Gaza. So France and South Africa say, no, if you go and you join the Israeli army, we're going to charge you because it's war crimes. You're doing war crimes. But our military goes, our government says, hey, you go join the IDF, the IOF, shit, we'll treat you just like you're a soldier over here. Yeah, maybe you'll get some benefits. Maybe you'll get a GI Bill. Yeah. That is where we are. So fucking gross. And yeah, Brian Mast, this is the guy who he's not even American. Let's just face it. He's an Israeli. We all know it. Oz built a lot of this deck for me, so I'm seeing this for the first time with you guys. Let's check this out. I'm not sure what this is, but if Oz added it, I'm sure that these Zionists need to fuck off.
Why are we using the word Palestinian? There's no such thing as a Palestinian person.
The bottom line is this.
Blew my ears out.
There is no such thing as a Palestinian people.
There is no such thing as the Palestinians.
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 The Palestinian people. Palestinian people.
This Holocaust against the Palestinians.
Against all odds, we survive. Our flag flies high and proud in Palestine and across the globe and on the campus of Columbia University. It has become a symbol raised by all those who believe in freedom.
Terrible. That is terrible. Bad Cookie says, my buddy who still works at the VA says that not even the soldiers want to support Israel. Sucks to be them. Shouldn't have signed the contract. Yeah, I don't dog on them because I get why so many Americans do go and sign up for the U.S. military, especially being poor, living in the trailer park my whole life. That's the only opportunity some of them have to get out of the trailer park, to get an education, well, an indoctrination, to get a GI Bill so they can buy a house and be a first-time buyer, to get medical, to get, I get why so many get duped into it. I don't so much blame them. Look at how many come back and, 22 a day, right? Let's see. What is this? Palestinians were killed by Israel tanks just because they were standing in food lines. Yes, the flour massacre a year ago. We've seen this over and over. They bait them. They're starving. They're fucking starving to death. And we bait them to come in, get food, and then we open up on them. Because let's face it, we're behind this shit.
Palestinians were killed by Israeli tanks just because they were standing in line for food. They were starving. They were not armed terrorists. The Israeli-backed humanitarian fund is nothing else but a war strategy of Netanyahu. In Stockholm, in The Hague, in Brussels, hundreds of thousands of people have taken to the streets, showing a red line, marching for a ceasefire, for ending of this war on the people in Gaza, showing more leadership than many of those who are European leaders today. Yep. Thank you for all of you who are demonstrating or taking to the street, showing us that Europe is not only its leadership. The leaders of the EU have the opportunity to actually take action. And you, Commissioner, you have the chance to be one of those who will define history. You have the chance to be one of those who will rewrite our complicity with the silence that we have. Europe should not reward war criminals and acts of war crimes with trade deals. It's time to end the association agreement with Israel. Thank you.
Oh, I'm glad somebody is speaking out. Raw milk, kosher milk, soy milk, and that wasn't milk. Lindsey Graham. And thank God that we have somebody out there in children's programming who reminds me a little bit of Mr. Rogers, whose heart is in the right place, who has the courage to stand up and speak for children. And if you don't know who she is, her name is Miss Rachel.
That people try to make it controversial when you speak out for children that are facing immeasurable suffering, the largest cohort of child amputees in modern history, that acronym for a child who has no surviving relatives. And I think it should be controversial to not say anything.
You mentioned silence and how you really need to speak out. It's weird not to speak out. I'm sure you have a lot of good people in your lives, well-meaning friends and family, who are saying to you, just be quiet. It's not worth it. Think about yourself and your career and your family and your safety. Just shh. Don't go there. A lot of celebrities don't say anything about this stuff. What do you say to them?
Well, I say, what would you want someone to do if you were there? Because as a mother, I met Isra, Rahaf's mom, and if I was there and she was here, what would I want her to do? And that's why I want to talk about Rahaf all I can and the boys, because I have empathy.
That's right.
And I do also have the peace of God, which our show's not religious. And I just, in my own life, though, I have the peace and strength of God that I feel. And so when things are like a roller coaster, I was on the roller coaster of this career. And I was on the roller coaster of the people saying you're wonderful, and then people saying those other things and accusations, and I was on that roller coaster. And I did step off, and now I kind of watch it, and I do feel the peace of God, and I just know what is right. And I just have to.
That's right. As a mother, as a grandmother, if it was me and my children and my family that was unjustly being genocided off of the fucking planet, I would want a mother on the other side of the globe to have that empathy and that hurt and that pain to fight back and stand up and say this is wrong. And that's why we stand up and we fight back and we say this is wrong. And I think Abby Martin feels the same way because she kind of conveys the same thing.
Humanity's dead. I don't know what I'm going to tell my children. I don't know how I can explain to them that the world has allowed this to happen. And if we don't hold Israel accountable, what's next?
We're next.
What's next? That's the question that I want to ask. Is this really the world that we're going to live in? Where this state can commit these crimes on camera with impunity?
Yes, absolutely. I agree. And I love that we're rocking the same hair color. I didn't have to pay for mine, though. So we just got to keep fighting, keep having empathy, keep telling the Zionists that no, fuck you, it's wrong. It's wrong. Texas City requires Israel pledge for hurricane relief. Now, this is old. I saw this cycling around the other day, and this, I want to say, was from 2017. That's how far back this shit has been going, where they're sneaking it into the contracts. And I'm sure whatever flood relief is out there that the government, puts out there will have some kind of claw in there about anti-Semitic speech. And that's how they erode and take our rights away. So read the fine print. Read the fine print. Me trying to figure out how no one sees their freedoms being taken away. Yeah, exactly. How do we not see our freedoms being taken away? This says it's so stupid it burns. I'm not sure what this is. I don't know if I put this here or if Oz did. Let's watch.
With this no shoes policy, we anticipate that Americans and travelers and those coming into our country will be very excited that they will no longer have to remove their shoes. The one thing that I will say is that doesn't mean that there won't be times once in a while where someone will have to remove their shoes. If they get put into a different situation or need additional layers of screening where that may be asked of them. But overwhelmingly, the policy will be that no longer will that be required of every single person that comes to a checkpoint. The golden age of America is here. We're so excited that we can make the experience for those individuals traveling throughout our airports in the United States much more hospitable, more efficient for them, more timely, and that they can get to their destinations and spend much more time with their loved ones and with their families and with those accomplishing great things for their future. So.
Oh, yay! Yay! No more taking your shoes off and running around barefoot and having to smell the asshole behind you or in front of you's feet anymore at the airport, hopping around trying to tie your shoes and get out of line as fast as you can. We're so much safer for the fact that we took our shoes off for the last 20 years. Don't you feel like we were safer? God dang, I feel like we were safer. You know, I live in the town where the infamous shoe bomber came through, and they were so worried about shoe bombs at the airport. This is why they made all of us take our shoes off, is because of the infamous shoe bomber. And little note, the cop who caught him and tackled him is now high up in Washington State Congress, and he's on his way to the Senate, I'm sure. So everybody wins. Anyways, how fucking stupid. Who wants to fly? You got to have an enhanced license now, which is what, $200. So if you're poor, you ain't getting one. Not only that, fucking planes are falling out of the sky because Boeing just kills the whistleblowers instead of actually doing the safety protocols. So, and a plane ticket is fucking insane. So yeah, no flying for me. No travel for us. I love how BB was like, you have the choice to leave. You ain't got a fucking choice to leave. Try being poor. How the fuck you gonna get out of the United States? You can't just go to some other country. Theoretically, the government says you can leave, but try to leave this country without a fucking passport and no money. I mean, yeah, you ain't getting out. You're trapped here. That's just the way it is. So Oz says, I give you Senator Marie Cantwell taking a photo with the modern day Hitler and other owned Democrats. Be proud, Washington. AIPAC owned rats. Oh, yes, they are, all of them. And they buy them all the way down to the LD level. Yes, that's right, the legislative district level. Who was it? I think her name was Kate Bush. Is the next county over? I mean, we're talking counties. And they're fucking taking these guys, sending them to Israel on a free trip, stay at a timeshare, take a fucking helicopter ride around to Israel. They get them early. They get them young, right, as they'd say. Did you guys see this crazy video that came out of Philly from 4th of July? Holy shit, yeah, Philly. Woo! Scary. I'm going to warn you, this is loud because there's a lot of gunshots, but this was caught on a ring cam in good old Philly. Showdown at the OK Corral. Yeah, but they won't be putting those guys in alligator prison. No, they won't be going to the alligator Alcatraz. That'll just be, you know, hardworking people who came here illegally. That's who will go there. So, talking about city workers striking, Shama was talking about that. If you are in Philly, something might be a little stinky because the garbage workers, the sanitation workers, have gone on strike. So, striking city workers in Philly, Public Works to the library are fighting for a living wage to keep the city running, and the strike is entering its second week with trash piles rising and pressure growing as the city is trying to make a fair deal. Ew. Right now in this heat, ew. Give them some money. Give them a living wage. I'm not playing. Oh, you know that's gotta stink something bad. Philly's probably 100 fucking degrees right now.
We don't want to make this city function. Philadelphia works because we do. For far too long, for 30 years plus, District Council 33 has received minimal increases in their wages. It doesn't keep up with the cost of living in Philadelphia.
We out here just trying to make some noise to let Mayor Parker know that we need a fair contract. So hopefully Mayor Parker understand how important we are, and she will pull it together.
The cost of living inside of this city goes up daily. Everything is up. Utilities are up. Everything is up but our paycheck.
This is just simply about trying to provide for your families and living inside this city.
A victory.
Philly's expensive, man.
A victory for Philadelphia. It's a victory for all working people.
I got to see a good look at the real Philly when I was there last time because I got an Uber driver and traffic in Philly is fucking insane. And I was trying to get across the city quickly to an event, from one event to another event. And she was like, oh, I got you. And she like took me into urban Philly. I mean, for a lack of a better term, because we're not allowed to say ghetto anymore. But I saw the real Philly, and holy shit, it was shocking. It was shocking to see Philly, but good for them. Support the striking workers, man. We know it. There is nothing that pisses me off more than seeing an elderly person far beyond retirement age, hunched over and working a cash register at the corporate chain store to pay their bills. This shouldn't be normal in this country. No, it shouldn't. And that's all that's at my Walmart, and it makes me sad. So 8 men have more money than 4 billion people combined. A single mom using food stamps isn't the problem. No, not at all. Not the problem. And research found that more than 700 million went to a total of 522 different groups across the Tri-City or the Tri-County area, of all those funds being spent on various efforts. So Portland area homeless topples $700 million in 2024. Holy shit. And they split it between 522 fucking agencies. That is fucking sick. And they didn't put a dent in homelessness in Portland. Not one fucking bit. And it's like I've been telling you, and we've talked about for years, that this is a money grab. All of these things that they passed to try to help homelessness, we know how to help it. We know how to end it. There's plenty of models out there. You know, housing first, motherfuckers. And no, they go all these different fucking routes, and everybody makes money. Everybody pockets money. Nobody's accountable for that fucking money. If they do an audit of where that money went, they'll never fucking find where that money went, over and over and over. So let's see. Homeless population changed from 2020 to 2023. Let me see. So, oh my God, 30% increase in the green. 50% in the dark red, 30 to 50% in the red. Yellow is 20 to 30%. So Washington State, 22.3% increase. Oregon just spent $700 million. Is that what I just said? For a 17% increase? No, a 37% increase. Holy shit. So, what's the problem? What's the problem here? Could it be the cost of living? Could it be? I don't know. Could it be no affordable housing? Could it be wages? I don't know. You know, come on. We know how to fucking fix this shit, but we have to get rid of these tyrants that are in fucking control, and we can't do that when we live under a duopoly. Let's see. We should remove the lifetime medical benefits for Congress as long as they're cutting Medicare for American citizens. Yeah. You're going to die because your family is poor. A heartwarming bedtime story. What does it say? A heartwarming bedtime story brought to you by unpaid medical debt and late stage capitalism. Oh, lucky us. Aren't we so lucky? Let's hear what Catherine Fitz Austin had to say.
I think Palantir is in partnership with Netanyahu syndicate and the breakaways. I don't,
But they have contracts with Health and Human Services. They have contracts.
The government pays them massive amounts of money.
Massive amounts of money.
Oh, yeah. And so if you look at the Doge theft, what you've done is you've moved between the government contracts. There's a new sole source ICE contract on the way to Palantir as well.
Palantir rules the world.
I just found that last night. So you've got, they have the Treasury data, they have the IRS data, they have the Social Security data.
That's what Doge was about.
Now they're going to have all the ICE data.
They had some already.
Yeah. They had some already. And then Trump has announced he wants to privatize Freddie and Fannie, but Palantir's going to underwrite all the packages before they come into Freddie and Fannie.
We knew
they're going to have all the housing data, and we know HHS has said they're organizing all the health.
Wow, we're short on time, so I'm not going to play that whole clip. Maybe I'll bring it over to the Trailer Park Pundit, but we know that Palantir, Doge was a fucking a smash and grab to get everybody's fucking data, and that's exactly what he did. He got what he needed and he wanted, and out the door he went, and now him and Trump aren't friends, right? So ChatGPT is pushing people towards mania, psychosis, and death, and OpenAI doesn't know how to stop it. Yeah, I did a report on this a couple of weeks ago, this ChatGPT psychosis. What is it, from talking to the ChatGPT too much? Is that what it is? I'm going to have to do a deep dive into this because I don't understand it. But I'm not going to ask ChatGPT about it because I don't want to get psychosis. I'm just saying. I don't know how that'll work. And just like that, we went from cheaper eggs to concentration camps. It's true. And it's all staged, so keep calm. Keep calm. Oh yeah, this one kind of creeped me out. This is Detroit. This is a humanoid robot casually walking down the street in Detroit. How do you see this being used in the future? To replace us? That's how. Is he waving or hitchhiking?
Yeah, that's sweet, bro. I need one of that.
Hell no. I ain't getting one of them. Creepy. So let me know in the chat. Have you seen one of these in real life yet? Has anybody actually encountered these? When are we going to see the first one? Do you think it'll be before 2030 when we start interacting with these when we go out in public? I mean, we've all seen the RoboDog, right? Have you guys seen RoboDog up in real life? I don't know if I've ever seen any of these in real life yet, but I have a feeling it's going to be sooner versus later that we're going to start seeing these in real life. Creepy. For all of those that are driving the Tesla Cybertruck, I might want to think twice because Cybertruck burns so hot after a crash it vaporized the bones of its driver. Well, there you go. You don't have to get cremated now. You can just get yourself a Cybertruck. I literally saw, I'm not even fucking kidding you. I saw a Tesla in front of me the other day that had an anti-Tesla sticker, an anti-Elon sticker with a line through it on the back of it. I was just like, what a dumb motherfucker. Seriously? You would actually buy a Tesla and then stick an anti-Elon sticker on the fucking back of it? Like, you are a driving hypocrisy. So, emergency room visits for tick bites near record levels this summer across the U.S. Well, that'll just get everybody to stop eating beef because we've been talking about it. And there's a new virus that is coming via tick bites, not just Lyme disease. This one makes you allergic to beef. So that'll cure our need for meat, right? Since nobody can afford it anyways. Have you guys seen beef prices at the fucking grocery store lately? Who can afford beef anymore? So yeah. Get your tick bite, get allergic to beef, and yeah, everybody will be happy. So, sweet, man-made horrors beyond my comprehension. Be careful if you're out there walking in the grass, man. It doesn't take much to get a tick bite, you know. I once talked to a girl, her whole entire fucking town in the East Coast had Lyme disease. You know, we've talked about this being bioengineered and released onto our cities and towns for years now, and is it a quinky dink? I don't know. I don't know. It could be mastermind. Could be. So, and here's some more uplifting news. A person died from the bubonic plague in northern Arizona this week. Did y'all see this? We've seen this a couple of times in the homeless population in LA. I want to say maybe Portland too. And then the news will say, no, it's not really the plague, or it was an isolated case because of the rats. What do you think? What do you think? Do you think that the plague's about to be released on us? Hell, why not? Is it on your bingo card? Let me know if it's on your bingo card, because it's there. And I got this one from Jax. Hey, Jax. Hope you are having a great night down there in Mexico. Peter Thiel's startup called Rainmaker, by their own admission, was cloud seeding in Texas only 2 days before the catastrophic flooding. This isn't a conspiracy. This is a legit company. Who oversees this? Are we supposed to just take the word for what they are doing? They keep admitting this shit. I'm so sick and tired of arguing with my friends and neighbors that geoengineering and stratospheric injections are real. They admit it. How many times have we heard they're doing it over in the UK? What, you think they're just doing it in Europe and they're not doing it here? Look up. Every day I look up, I can see chemtrails. Of course they're doing it here, and I am not shocked to know that they were doing it 2 days before the flooding. I'm not shocked at all. Kill your ego. So my friend was serving in Iraq and was bit by a tick there. Got super sick, 2 months in the hospital stay, and is now allergic to beef. That was 20 years ago. Yes, it is an actual thing, and they believe that it was geoengineered to be that way. That way they can get us off of beef. Okay, we made it to Conspiracy Corner. We're probably going to run a few minutes late tonight, but that's okay. Conspiracy Corner, because we got a few things in here. Let's see. Oh, I love this one. So, a surgeon who exposed Brigitte Macron's transgender past found dead after falling from a building. What a coinky-dink. Oh my gosh. So apparently they were depressed, of course, and jumped off the fourth floor, out the fourth floor window. Well, I know if you're depressed, maybe you want to jump from somewhere a little bit higher. That's all I'm saying. The one person who could testify about the actual gender of Brigitte Macron found dead. Yeah, I don't know. Winky dink. And the woman who claimed Brigitte Macron was born a man is cleared of defamation. That's right. There was a lawsuit of these two reporters over in France that initially were reporting on the story. And the fucked up thing is when Macron and his wifey poo decided to file the lawsuit, they didn't file and say, they're saying I'm a man. They filed and said stupid shit, like they false reported on this, they false reported on that. Like, this picture's been taken out of context. They took that quote out of context. It wasn't, she never once denied. He never once denied. They never once denied. And so Candace Owen is owed a little money from Pierce, if you ask me, but I wonder why. I wonder why, because it wasn't defamation. We all know. You guys know I was big into that. Now, I love this. I'm not sure who made it. It's on the end of the video, but this is if Quentin Tarantino directed 9/11, and this is when AI is decent.
1.5 billion.
Well, now that's just insane.
These fucking vultures are trying to pluck my eyes out.
Have you talked to Rudy yet?
Rudy was the one who told me.
That's the price. I mean, what do you want me to say? It's 1.5. It's just what it is.
This is just... When big things move, all parties have to be mutually, Well, it goes without saying, somebody is incredibly miffed you made that deal.
My guys told me 150 million tops. If I can't get that shit out of those walls for less than 1.5 billion, I'm fakakta. You understand? I never should have listened to you.
I never told you to buy 2 towers of Babel filled with asbestos. Nothing in New York real estate is that easy. You weren't buying a fucking deli.
I don't have 1.5. I need that shit out of the walls, or I need those buildings gone.
Which I told you is never gonna happen. The demolition will probably cost more than it did to build the fucking thing.
See? Fakakta. At this point, it costs less to get someone to fly fucking planes into the building and collect the insurance.
For that, you'd need terrorism insurance.
I'll call you back. Deborah!
I'm right here, sir.
Oh, I need you to find out what kind of terrorism insurance we've got on those piece of shit towers.
Mr. Vice President, I've got an interesting idea I'd like to propose to you.
Did somebody order a false flag operation?
Get him whatever he wants. I just want him to feel like he's part of the team. Just pull it already.
And then when France doesn't join, we're going to call them Freedom Fries.
So I found this fucking passport over there. It's kind of burnt up, but not too bad considering it came from a fucking plane crash. Am I right? And not for nothing, but I already checked it, and it's a fucking Saudi Arabian guy. It's definitely probably one of the terrorists, you know, because, well, I mean, fucking come on here.
Even enemies need to agree sometimes.
And if you call it the global war on terrorism, I mean terrorism can be anywhere. So now you can fight everywhere. It's gonna be great.
Lucky Larry.
So that's the plan so far. Be honest. What do you guys
junkies.
I'll tell you, Dick, Daddy's gonna think this is just so cool, you know? It's like getting the band back together.
That was fucking brilliant. That was brilliant. That's what we need to use AI for, right there. Get the message across. And I hope that got somebody's attention. I just thought that was funny because it's true. It's true. All of it was true. Yeah, I'll send you the link. Mastermind. I will send you that link. Okay, let's see. I'm not sure what this is, but it's a conspiracy. So let's hear it. Let's hear it.
Have you guys seen the Doomsday map? They came out with a map that looks like this.
Oh, yeah, wow.
This is America. They do like the whole world, but this shot is of America.
Oh, yeah.
But this lady, her name is Peggy Bolton. She did some really fun research regarding the Doomsday map. She compared what this map looked like. She compared that to the land that Bill Gates has been buying. All
Shut
the
up.
farmland.
Hey.
He is the majority farmland owner in the United States right now. She took the map of the farmland that he owns and overlaid it onto this Doomsday map. Every single dry land piece was occupied by his farmland, including California. So California is basically completely underwater, but there's these little pockets of islands. You see those? That little one right there, that's one of his farmlands. Like that compared to like Zuckerberg, because on this Doomsday map, Hawaii is completely fine. And she talked about how Jeff Bezos is also buying up farmland around the U.S. That all correlates with like these high points in America. It's super creepy.
So we need to get a boat.
According to this map, we're good. We're almost at beachfront property, baby.
We're at beachfront property. So how odd is it that Bill Gates owns all the property that's on high land? So this is Dory. This is Dory because she's adorable and she loves to climb on my back. Hi. Hi. She's saying hi. She's so little. We call her itty bitty baby. And I can't believe how tiny she was when Oz and Joey found her because she's tiny. Tiny little baby. Hi, my tiny little baby. Oh, yeah, you're so cute. You're so cute. Huh. Okay, go terrorize. Go terrorize. Okay, that was Dory. You guys got to meet Dory, the baby. Yeah, one of the critters for sure. Yeah, isn't it odd that Bill Gates owns all the property, Bill Gates and Bezos, that's going to be high land when the Doomsday map kicks in? Another conspiracy for us. And I think we got one more, and this one just cracks me up. So, if you sleep in the same bed with your partner and they pass gas, well, it could be life-threatening, and here's the proof.
Her boyfriend kept farting under the covers until it caused her actual brain damage. A couple was sleeping one night when the girlfriend suddenly felt dizzy and nauseous. Moments later, she passed out. Panicked, the boyfriend immediately called for an ambulance. At the hospital, doctors diagnosed her with hydrogen sulfide poisoning. Confused, they asked the man if she had been exposed to any toxic gas, but he denied it. After all, they're always together, so wouldn't he be poisoned too? After more questioning, the truth came out. The boyfriend had a habit of farting under the covers, and the girlfriend liked to sleep with the blanket over her head. This meant she was inhaling all of it, night after night, until her body couldn't take it anymore. Doctors said it was one of the strangest cases they'd seen. She recovered, but only after weeks of treatment. Now the couple sleeps with separate blankets, and maybe, just maybe, open windows. So yeah, if your boyfriend's a serial farter, tag him now. He might be deadly.
you can get brain damage from your significant other's farts. So no Dutch ovens, guys. She might kill somebody. And we finally made it to Hollywood. Go fuck yourself. Let's see what's in here. What do we got in here? The Matrix, 1999 and 2025. Isn't that weird? They both transitioned. Both of the one. It's so weird. It's so weird. Anyways. And the Possum Baby. Let's see. If I can't fix it, I can burn it. That's right. That is our motto. And Sean Penn would prefer if unvaccinated people didn't go see his movies. Well, you ain't got to worry about that. Because I promise I'm not going to go see your movies. I promise. Not a problem. And bad news for Jay-Z. Jay-Z is trending because a judge has granted Raymir a request to move forward with his case, as the judge has demanded Jay-Z to respond to the paternity lawsuit by July 18th. That's right. Jay-Z has a bunch of kids out there, and instead of, stepping up and doing the right thing, he just denies it and says they're not his kid. Look at that guy. That is so his kid. And we've known it for a long fucking time. I would love to see Jay-Z go down. I think he's pure fucking evil. And his wife, Beyonce. Do you agree with this? Michael Keaton has been ranked the best Batman of all times. I do agree. I think he was the best Batman of all times. And let's see. When AI is funny. I think I have one here for when AI is funny. Because, hey, sometimes AI can be funny. Let's check it out.
Yo, it's your boy William. We chilling at the Boston Harbor. About to yeet this weak-ass tea in the sea. Taxation? Nah, fam. Vibes? Immaculate.
It's your boy Ben, and we outside. Shit's about to get lit as fuck.
If they fire first, it's on God. This finna go global.
The British out here acting sus. I just bounced from the crib. Low-key gotta warn the boys, the British are coming.
Yo, it's your boy, Tommy J. Just dropped the hottest breakup letter in history. Just need all the boys to sign. King George finna be pressed as fuck.
All men are created equal?
Except your slaves, I suppose.
To all the men watching right now, just know, I handle balls better than your girl.
Y'all been sleeping on my quill game. Just dropped 40 pages of straight gas and the colonies ain't ready, no cap. Also, I want to just shout out to my bae Maria. I love you.
It's your boy Benedict. We out here switching teams for the clout. Y'all stay loyal if you want. I got options, my guy.
What's up? It's General Dub. About to slide into Trenton with the boys. Redcoats ain't ready and don't want this smoke. Freedom's about to go viral.
I kind of like those revolutionary ones. That was the only one I came across this week I thought was funny. And in fashion, we have Hillary Clinton and, Seth Rich. 9 years ago. 9 years ago this last week. Never goes out of fashion. Yeah, right? Her list. That's the one list we would really love to see, right? The Hillary Clinton kill list. And we finally made it to Meme Alley. Okay, let's get through Meme Alley so we can get the hell out of here and enjoy our Saturday night. So when someone tries to give me advice, but their birth year starts with a 2, Oz, that was Oz. Because I did not put that there. We're on to you, Oz. And that would be, what's his name? He's the lead singer of Disturbed. Driston, I think is his last name. Yeah, he kind of got told off last week at the Ozfest tribute, and I loved it. He got booed off a fucking stage, and he's a huge fucking Zionist piece of shit and deserves it. So, fuck him. And still a better band than One Direction. Yeah, definitely still. The Banana Splits. Who remembers the Banana Splits? They kind of freaked me out a little as a kid. And I wish I were as fat as when the first time I thought I was fat. Oh, God, that is so true. I saw a picture of myself from like 12 years ago or something, and I was like, oh my God, I thought I was so fat back then. You just enjoy it while you got it. And let's see, what is this? Whisper something romantic. This is Stoner Corner. We did bring Stoner Corner over. Oz did this for us today. Let's see. Whisper something romantic. I rolled a fat blunt for you. Give me coffee to change the things I can, and weed to accept those that I cannot. If we all had a bong, we'd all get along. That's right. And even E.T. knows how to roll a joint. And I'm going to save that report. I have a report about dirty weed. We definitely need to talk about the chemicals that are in our weed. And I'm going to save it for Trailer Park Pundit because it's kind of a deep dive and it's bad. Like, we're talking chemicals that aren't even known to man are being used in our marijuana. So try to buy clean weed if you can. On this day, 45 years ago, Trans-American Flight 209 made a miracle landing in Chicago, saving hundreds of lives, all thanks to the bravery of its makeshift crew. That's right. None other than Airplane. That was a truly funny movie. Surely funny movie. Don't call me Shirley. Let's see. Are you needing a fan this size right now? Oh, I do. I've got that AC cranked to like 65 every night and blowing right on me, man. Gotta have the AC. I don't know how we lived without it. And what does this one say? You're so out of your league. I'm like super popular on social media. Isn't that like being rich in Monopoly? Yeah, it is. Social media clout don't mean shit. And sprayed my car with rust remover. And now my car doesn't exist anymore. And my alien waiting for me to stop looking at memes and fall asleep so he can abduct me. This motherfucker. Please don't bring me back. And there is my possums. Okay, so I have so many possums. I thought I only had 2 possums. Well, 3 with the mama. So I had the mama pigtail, and then I had Finny and Fur. No. It turns out I have like 4 baby possums. And they're not even babies. They're teenagers, as you can see. They're not scared of me anymore. They literally wait for me every night. Every night about 9:30, I get up and I make possum dinner. And I take it out, and they're all waiting on the porch for me. And those are little yogurt footprints that are dried now on the porch because they love yogurt. And it's a good source of protein for them. And they step in it and then they leave. They've got weird feet. Possums have really weird feet. They're like split, and possums are just amazing. They're so weird. Their tails curl. Like they can curl their tails to help them climb. I love my possums. They're so fucking cute. So yeah, I'm up to, I think, 5 possums now. 5 possums and 4 cats. Well, 5 if you count the neighbor cat that comes over and gets dinner every day. So, yes, I have possums and I love them. I've never picked one up, but they just stand there and stare at me and say, "Where's my food, bitch?" And, of course, you guys met Dory. This is Dory. I got Dory from Oz and Joey. And, oh, my gosh, this cat rules my house, rules my life. She kicks the shit out of all of the adult cats. She kicks the shit out of me. She did a flying leap onto my back today with all 4 paws clawed into me like I was a piece of furniture. I've got scratches and claws and bleeding spots everywhere. But she's so fucking adorable. I can't get mad at her. And she's the sweetest little thing. She's definitely livened up the house. So that's the new baby. And yeah, here's a little story about how cats treat you.
This cat beats his neighbor every day, and no one knows why. Not for food, not for love, not even for territory. Just shows up at the window and smacks the guy, then leaves. It all started when this furry little menace randomly appeared at the window next door. The owner thought, "Aw, a stray cat," and kindly offered him some food. Big mistake, because from that moment on, the cat returned every single day, but not for a snack. Nope. He doesn't want to come inside, doesn't want to be petted. He just shows up, slaps the guy through the glass, and leaves. Like it's a job. Clock in, slap, clock out. This cat has a new daily ritual. Wake up, stretch, beat the neighbor, go about his day. Because for reasons we may never understand, this cat just enjoys beating him.
That's my cat. That is so my cat. Oh My cat just beats the shit out of me for no reason. The baby kitty beats the shit out of me for no reason. I'll be almost asleep and she'll just do a flying leap kick onto my face and she'll start attacking my head. But I love them. You know, the best way to negotiate with the cat is just to give them whatever the hell they want. And yeah, the Trailer Park Critter Farm is a little crazy right now. And I'm going through, I think, at least 50 pounds of dry food now a month because the possums love the dry cat food. But I see a lot of you making possum stew jokes. And yeah, I lived in the South. They eat some possum down there. But opossums and possums are two different things. I didn't know that. They're totally have a different like nose structure, and so I guess possums don't live here. We have opossums where I live, but I won't eat them. Fucking love cats. I know my cats rule my world. They rule my life. They make me get up at the crack of dawn as soon as the sun is rising, and I mean 5 o'clock. They want breakfast, dinner time. Like they're on a routine, and they know, and they're so spoiled. They gotta have the special treats, and they only eat special food. And yeah, I spoil the shit out of my cats. But hey, who knows how much longer I'm gonna live? Why not take care of some critters while I do? And I'm taking care of my garden, so turn off the news and get your ass in the garden. And that's where I have been. And I'm going to get you guys video. I'm going to get you a picture. You guys will see the trailer park garden. It's looking good this year. I busted ass on the garden this year. This is probably the best garden I've done. And it's nice. I made a salad last night, and I grew all my own lettuce for it, like 4 different types of lettuce. And I got green beans, and my zucchini keeps dying. I don't know what's going on with my zucchini, but got different squashes, and I gotta get you pictures of the sunflowers. The sunflowers are going to be huge this year. I think we might get some that'll hit 7 feet at least. That's how big they are. Big and healthy. So I just love them. They're like a big smile. A big sunny smile. So garden like your grandma's watching, and you better not waste those cucumbers. Yeah. Give those cucumbers away. Oh, we have nostalgic. Remember when? Let's see what's in here. Remember when Kmart tried to sell you grunge? Yeah, that was the good old days. I miss Kmart. And it's been 40 years and I still don't know what Susudio means. What does that mean? I don't know. And the official bowl from your childhood. Oh, the Corningware. Yeah, wasn't it supposed to not break if you dropped it? Something like that, right? And shoes with spurs for protection. Oh my gosh, these shoes were a defense shoe that you could kick somebody in the balls with, and yeah, good idea. Why don't we bring that shit back? And some of you never grew up having the first spit of Satan dabbed on, the fiery spit of Satan dabbed on every skinned knee and cut out there. Hey, I still use Mercure comb. That shit works good. Why is your finger orange? Because Satan spit on it. And back in the 1900s, this was the official road trip Yeti. Yeah, it was. And don't call yourself a gamer if you've never played this back in the day. Oh, yeah. Get the water rings on the hoops. I did definitely play that. And let's see. Soup on the rocks after sports. New refreshing drink perks you up. So let's see. A tomato soup on the rocks. Oh my God, that's so gross. Beef broth on the rocks. Ew. And an egg salad machine. Oh my gosh, the innovations of the 70s. Ew, 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 ew. Yuck. Yeah, this was the ew game for sure. Oh my God, I'm not eating no egg salad that came out of a fucking machine. I don't even like egg salad that came from a store. If I made it, I'll eat it. But other than that, no, I'll pass. Thank you very much. Blondie turned 80 this week. Do you feel old? Do you feel old? I do. I definitely feel old. And imagine how hard of a flex the limited edition Cancun Marlboro jacket must have been in the 80s. Oh man, that was a lot of Marlboro bucks. So, Grandma smoked a lot of packs of Marlboro 100s to get that for you. And who remembers the spray-on spritzer wishbone salad dressing? So file this under 90s diet culture trauma. I know. We'll give them a quarter of the salad dressing. We'll just put it in a spray bottle and they spray it on their salad and feel like they're on a diet. Yeah, that worked. That worked well. And let's see, pop-up campers. So you can experience the discomforts of a tent while the hassle of an RV, all wrapped up in one. That's right. Any of you been camping yet this year? I want to go, but now that my car's being stupid, I don't trust it. Anyways, I think we are on our way out of here. We finally made it. If you guys want to help me out, I do need to get another Finbin ivermectin order into India. I noticed I'm on my last week of Finbin and I'm out of ivermectin. So you can hit the GoFundMe. The link is in the description box, or you can always use the PayPal. That gets to me faster, or Cash App or Venmo. Some of you guys use that. Okay, guys, I think we finally made it out of here. But one little bit of news, Jimmy Swaggart, televangelist and preacher, died at 90 after suffering a heart attack this last week. So, wonder where he went. I don't know. Do y'all remember Jimmy Swaggart? Yeah, I lived in Baton Rouge, and I knew Jimmy Swaggart way before I moved to Baton Rouge because my grandma was all about the televangelists in the 80s, man. She loved Pat Robinson and the Bakers and, you know, all of the ones that got caught in sex scandals back in the day. And so I thought it would be fitting to do a tribute to Jimmy Swaggart as our closing song tonight. And there was one specific song that was wrote back in the 80s. It was wrote by Ozzy Osbourne, and it was on the, I want to say, the Blizzard of Oz album. And I found a great cover of it. It's called Miracle Man. Anyways, yeah, Jim Baker, Tammy Faye Baker, you guys remember all that? It's been a fun night. I have had fun hanging out with all of you. I hope you've had fun hanging out with me. We chatted a little bit. We covered the news. And, you know, what more can we do on a Saturday night from the trailer park? I hope all of you stay cool out there. The Boomer has informed me that he will be back next Saturday night. So we will be back on our normal schedule, our normal deck, and we will be rolling out our appreciation cards again next Saturday night. I don't think I'm going to be doing a show on Monday just because it's so much to go back to back with building this show for tonight and then hurry up and write a show all day tomorrow, because it would literally take me all day tomorrow. And that's just too much on me. But I've decided I'm going to start doing the midweek recap again. I think that's a good breakup from Saturday to Wednesday. So Wednesday mornings, we're going to pick up where we left off. God, it's probably been a year since I've done the midweek recap. So we're going to start the midweek recap up. And yeah, you guys can find me on Monday or Wednesday mornings instead of Monday mornings. It's just too much for me on Monday mornings now. But yeah, let's do that. And I hope all of you have a great week. And I hope you'll join me on Wednesday. I'll be live and we're going to get the heck out of here. You guys go find something cool. Get some watermelon. Get yourself a popsicle or some ice cream. And I'll see you guys on Wednesday. Thanks for joining me. And we are going out with Ozzy Miracle Man. If I can find it. Here we go.